experience revival, sound, and a soul.
Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. We want to give you an opportunity to invite all of your friends, all of your music heads, uh, buddies to come into this conversation tonight. We have a very exciting broadcast because we're going to be interviewing a woman who is an extraordinary gift. I happen to have known her for quite some time. She is a sister of mine in the gospel, and now time has met her turn, and she is blossoming and blooming into a tremendous gift to the body of Christ and the world because her body of work doesn't just speak to gospel, although that is her main passion. She has also been blessed to be a part of and collaborate on some other secular projects as well. So she is a great gift to music, and I'm happy that I can call her sister. And we're going to bring on Sister Leah Marie in just a minute. I also want to take this time to thank you for tuning in and supporting Believe Radio Fresno, the Central Valley's 24-hour source for all things gospel and inspirational. And roll with us because there's some exciting things that we are working on to better serve the community that we will be rolling out literally in the next 90 to 120 days. So you want to make sure that you stay in touch because what is happening in the Central Valley is groundbreaking. And we're excited that God has given us the opportunity and the charge to lead such a wonderful endeavor. So, again, if you have not been a fan, if you have not been following us, follow us, all right? You can find us on all social media platforms, Believe Radio Fresno. And of course, we stream 24 hours a day gospel and inspirational music. I'm going to see if my guest is, if she is, if she is around. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure that I have everything I need. Hope your day is going good. Okay, let's see. Okay, are you there? All right, let's bring into the conversation because we have a lot to talk about and discuss. My brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my sister, Miss Leah Marie.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Thank you so
Oh,
much for having me, Prophet
listen,
Archie.
listen, we are just delighted to have you. As I forestated when you were in the green room, you are such a treasure and a gift to our community. I have known you for quite some time, and I've seen your journey in music and the progression of how God has just opened doors and opportunities. And regardless to the creative space you've been in, you've always remained true to your roots. Um, I,
Absolutely.
I am grateful though that you have taken risk, right? You've taken calculated risk uh, because music is music, and when you are an artist, you're an artist. And so those are other expressions I believe have just benefited you as an artist and a writer and so forth. And we also are going to talk about this new endeavor that you are launching. So again, welcome to our platform. Believe Radio is happy to have you. So tell us what's going on in your life. Bring us up to
Thank
speed
you.
on what's before we dig into the good stuff. Tell us what's going on.
So, in my life right now, I am in a season of release. I have been in a posture of worship for about 3 years. It's
Mm,
actually been a very long time. I felt like I was on the backside of the mountain, per se. I felt like God had removed me from a lot of situations and just kind of shook my life up and left me in pieces a little bit.
mhm, mhm, mhm,
But in all actuality, He was changing my mindset and
mm,
helping me to understand that I was professing faith, but
mhm.
I really wasn't operating on faith
Come
because I
on,
always had
come
my
on.
hands in it, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And so, as long as I maintained a little bit of control, I always felt comfortable.
Mhm.
But in this season, he's like, you're going to put the music out, you're going to write the book, you're going to do this, A, B, C, and D, and you're
Yes.
going to stop holding on to stuff until the perfect moment.
So now, see, now you're trying to preach to the prophet because see, now you cut, now you cut. No, it's true. I think one of the realizations that I came to in the last couple of years was there is a mandate on the gifts that God has placed inside of us, and it's not like we really have a choice. We will have to give an account for how we have handled
Exactly.
or mishandled, right? What's
Hmm.
been given to our trust. And so I'm so thankful that you said yes and that you are now showing us what God has placed inside of you. I want to visit, I want to rewind because there's always a story, right? People don't
Hmm.
just write or sing or minister from from no place. They do those things from a place of experience, right? Sometimes from a place of pain or what have you. Um, Tell our audience, if you will, just, we don't have to go too deep, but kind of briefly, some of the areas you've had to walk through to come into this maturity and realization of faith.
For sure. So, first things first was the first failure that I thought in my life was divorce.
I've been there.
That was a big hit.
Yes, I concur.
Yeah. And I tell people all the time divorce affects everybody. It's no one side to this thing. Everybody's in disarray because you have professed before God's people something that you really truly
Yeah,
believed in, and then
right.
it looks like it's a failure. So I had to deal with that. I had some real deep depressions behind that. I've had some suicidal moments behind that. And then just raising three children,
Mm,
single mom,
that's real.
and walking in this calling and asking God, you need to fund this because either I'm gonna be a office worker or I'm gonna be a, and he's like, just follow me, I got you. And then of course recently I've been in and out. A lot of people don't know this, but I've been in and out of the hospital since about November of last year.
Mm,
And my health has been affected. So the enemy has really tried to stop what God has ordained.
this is
And
good.
every time I would get to a point in him where I would see some peace and some success, something catastrophic would happen. And
Mhm,
I'm like, why am I always the one that has to be knocked completely off my square in order to get to the next level in
mhm.
God? And I had to really start to profess holding fast to the confession of my faith without wavering,
You're preaching
because I
good.
found that in those moments, I would start doubting and I
Yeah,
would start speaking
yeah,
negatively about my walk with God. And I would get in these deep depressions, and you couldn't get me out of the funk, right?
right.
And so now my posture is worship. It really doesn't matter what you throw at me because God's going to do it. He's proven it to me over and over and
I
over
love it.
again. And even when the moments of depression do come, when the
Mhm.
moments where you feel really, really low, I don't have to stay in that because my faith is in Him and He's proven Himself time and time again. So those are a few things that I went through recently.
So not only are you releasing music, but I also hear a release in ministry. Like, and I'm not, I'm just, what I'm saying is that um, with what you've gone through, it's become a well, right,
Hmm.
from which you're going to pour.
Hmm.
And it, in just the short snippets that you've been talking, it has just been so palpable to my ears just to hear you bear witness to the goodness and grace and mercy of God. I love it when artists have a foundation of word,
Yeah.
right? Not
Yeah.
because we grew up in church, yes, but but it's different when the church gets in you or when Christ gets in you, right?
Come on.
So let me segue into your latest project, and then we'll talk about the other business side.
Hmm.
Christ the King.
Yes, sir.
Did I get it right? Okay.
You got it right.
What was the impetus or the motivation? Because again, what you just said a moment ago, I heard so many different nuggets that could set that song up. I don't know if that was intentional, but kind of tell me what was the. Well, I know, but you were talking so good. I was like, boy, she could really set that song up well. But tell us kind of what that journey was like in writing that song and what that meant to you.
So Christ the King came about. I really started reflecting on the meaning of the Christ, the burden removing, yoke destroying power of God.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Lord, what can I say that would be still a little bit more catchy and current,
Mm-hmm.
but still have that old school root that I'm used to without having to say, Jesus went to
Yeah.
Calvary to save a wretch. You know, I mean, which I love.
Because
I'm
the
going to
old
shout off
folks
of
will
that
ding
too.
us. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, she's not spiritual enough. Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Right, right. And
Yeah, yeah.
so I started really just jotting down little ideas. We show love by what we do. We
Mm,
show love through actions and words
mm-hmm,
combined.
mm-hmm,
We express our love through our our representation of Christ, of what we do with Christ. And I started to put that into words, and I talked about how God expressed his love to us being Christ the King, how he put his son on the cross. And that's something that we wouldn't do,
right,
but God did it anyhow for
right,
us. And then, of course, at the end of the song, we kind of vamp out on he rose because we can't stay on the cross because he
right.
didn't stay on the cross. We got to get up. So that's in simple terms. Hopefully, I explained that well.
You did. You did an excellent job. And let's just take a listen to it. This is
Okay.
her one of her latest bodies of work, a single called "Christ the King." She's one of my favorite singers, man. Just throw that in. And you know I know a lot of singers, right? I like that the intonation right there. That's good. Mm. I love that. Mhm. Oh, that's a little nasty in. I like that. That's real nasty closing right there. I like that. I like that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have heard it. The latest single from my dear sister, and it. Um, I'm not just saying this because we've known each other a long time and we've been family a long time. I am so proud of the woman of God that you are, and I'm so proud that you didn't let life get the best of you. You speak to so many women, not just women, men too. But your life and your journey and your experiences, it speaks to a multitude of people. And
Hmm.
songs like this, because you're very transparent, right? When you testify and talk and share and minister, songs like this will bring a God consciousness, a Christ consciousness, right? To
Hmm.
those in your audience. And what a creative way to get the gospel out, right?
That was the
What a
goal.
creative way. Yeah. So kudos to you
Yay.
for using your platform really to reach those who like your aesthetic but may not be familiar with your genre and passion of music, but who
Hmm.
now hear the message. So this is a tool of evangelism. Tell us your thoughts. Was that intentional? Was it something that you really wanted? Was that an anchor, if you will, for that song?
Yeah, for sure. So I have been being pulled a thousand different ways because during the time of this particular production, this is about yeah, about 2 years ago, maybe
Mm,
2.5 years that I did my live recording. But um, at the time, I had the producers that I was working with for the Little Wayne project and the DJ Khaled project wanting me to do an R&B album. I actually have a full-on recorded EP.
oh wow. Okay.
Wasn't able to get that out. And the music is hot. So it's not like it was shabby or anything.
Right, right,
And
right,
the
right.
names behind it, some of the producers were from like Silicon Valley and places like that. Shout
Mhm.
out to Will Khan. Um, we produced a full EP and it was amazing. We were getting reviews, it was getting buzz in the industry, but God would not settle my spirit. I
Yeah.
just couldn't do it. And I was like, well, if we're going to do it, let's just put it out, get it out the way because I'm working on this. So y'all
Mhm.
can do what y'all want to do because I still needed my little money and my
Right,
clout and
right.
everything like that. But y'all do what y'all want to do with this music, but I'm going to still be working on this. So I was writing and going before the throne of God during the time of all of that happening. And that's when I really knew I was like, okay, God, this isn't for me. I love singing with the Warriors. I
Yeah.
love being out here singing R&B. You can't tell me Luther is not one of the baddest singers on the planet. Shaka
Right, right,
Khan, baby, I have tried your
right.
songs, but it's a tough feat. Okay, you
Yeah.
Shaka Khan will take you down, and so will Aretha if you're not careful. But at the end of the day, they were anointed in grace for what they did. That's not my anointing. That's
Mhm,
not my grace.
mhm,
I tried to fit my little circle in that square, and
mhm.
it just did not happen. It didn't happen. So
Well,
that's how these songs came about.
well,
Me going before the grace of the throne of God.
right. That triggered this thought. Not many people understand the war within, right? Like the anguish, because when you are gifted, when you are anointed, you have opportunities, you know, and to steward those moments can be challenging, especially, let's be real, because we need money, right, to live and to and to make things happen. And so to walk away, did you have any anxiety or angst over that, or you were just in a place where Lord, how did you work that process out?
So walking away was not easy,
Mm.
which is why God had to shake me up a little bit because I
Okay.
wasn't gonna leave. I wasn't gonna leave because it was too good. I was
Yeah.
eating. I was able to feed my family, and this brought about something that a lot of artists don't like to talk about. But I had a problem with the church
Yeah.
because y'all tell me that I can sing. Y'all said I'm good, but you don't want to pay me to come sing. And not locally. Locally, it's what it is.
Right.
And I
Right. Right.
learned that from another seasoned artist.
Yes.
Locally, if you can sing for free, cool, but your fee should be fairly low.
Right.
But going out of town, y'all want me to hop on the freeway and go all these different places, fly out, but y'all want to give me the pennies because my name is not as great as others.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, I'm gonna go get it how I need to get it to feed my family, which
Let,
brought about what I was doing.
let me ask you this because this hits home. I have to kind of talk about me on this. People don't understand that. Again, let's go back to the whole gifting piece.
Hmm.
You can't judge depression until you've been in a place where you've had to give up something, right?
Hmm.
Because I mean, I've been there. I'm very vocal about mine because not that it was a crutch, but I'm vocal in the sense I had to understand it, and I was doing ministry, traveling all over the country, different parts of the world, but I wasn't being valued and honored. And
Exactly.
and when the church does not value and honor those of us who've given our life to it, it creates a deficit,
Hmm.
which opens a door for depression.
Absolutely.
And I battled with it for years. I tell people now I'm like 15 years behind, right? Because during that time, I'm wrestling with trying to understand why I'm not getting out what I put in. So I understand what you say when you, as an artist, when you are asked to go places and do things, but your honor's not there. So how what measures and steps did you take to ensure that that treatment would be different?
So in this season, I don't go unless God tells me to go.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter what the money is paying. In this season, I help and I do what I'm commissioned to do, regardless of the pay.
She's talking gems, y'all. She's talking gems.
So that it might sound like it's contradictory, but it's really not
No.
because the lesson that I got was that while I'm walking out the purpose that God has for me, He's going to supply all of my needs according to His riches and glory. So I have to stop holding back what He told me to do because you ain't got my check right and come in and say, this is what I'm going to do. Just make sure you cover this. And the Lord always since then has put the super on the natural. He's been meeting and meeting and meeting. And when I am in a position where I need to negotiate something a little bit larger in scale, I now have a foundation of what it will look like to bring me into your team. I had to get some learning. I had
Yeah,
to sit down for a minute and understand. I just want to throw this in here. I had
no,
to
you're good. You're
understand
good.
that just because the Lord blesses you with it doesn't mean that you're supposed to stay in that season.
Mhm.
That season that I was in with traveling with the singing with the Warriors and traveling in and out of state, getting those placements, and I actually do have a plaque. I'm on a Grammy nominated album, two Grammy nominated albums, and I do have a plaque
Congratulations.
for a million records sold. I'm on that album. That all of that is great, but at the end of the day,
Mhm.
that was then, and now you need to pivot. You need to move. You need
Mhm.
to keep going forward in me. I did not commission you to put on sequins with a little skirt and be on nobody's stage. That's not what you're supposed to do, daughter Zion. That's not your calling. So
Hey, you did it. It's done.
it's
Check.
done.
Now we can move on.
And moving on. Exactly.
Um, I want to go back to something that you just said because I
Okay.
believe what you said is the key to heaven backing, and I feel the Holy Spirit, to heaven backing and financing our projects. I was dealing with something, and the Lord said to me about a situation. And the Lord said to me, He said, don't fight over money. He said, everything that you do is a seed, and it's a seed into the soil of heaven because I become your financier, right?
Mm-hmm.
So every move you've made, every choice and decision, every intentional act that you did was a seed. So that's how these endeavors are going to get backed and covered and blessed.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily God will use people, but it won't be because of one person. It'll be because heaven's responding to the seeds you've sown because of your obedience. And that's going to be a heavy harvest. You hear me? A
Exactly.
heavy harvest. We have another song I'll come back to that your management team sent me. Shout out to Malika, who is
Yes, that's my girl.
repping you well, and she is my niece, and
She
grateful
been
to all
holding
that
me
God
down
is
too.
doing. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
God
was
is
God
doing.
ordained.
Yeah, and and I'll be honest, she's going to get me with this, but I had to give her that space to respect and see her in that. You know what I'm saying? Because when people grow up, like I said, she's family, and when she first started to talk to me, I was like, "Is this a hobby or is she serious?" Right? Like I didn't take her serious at first, but I've always honored one thing people can always say. I always honor the gifts in people. So I honored and say, okay, well, that's what it is. Let's make it happen. And just to see how she is growing. Shout out to you, Malika. We love you and we thank God and for all that you're doing to make sure that this vessel is taken care of. But I want to pivot now, and we'll come back to the second song, and let's talk about this new venture that the Lord has given you, this academy.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is and those of you who watch this on the replay, we're going to put our information up so you can, and she'll tell us, of course, so you can sow a seed and be a part of this. But tell us how that was born. How did you birth this new purpose in your life? And you can tell us what it is.
Sure. So the academy came about during COVID. During COVID, I was doing online lessons, and it was okay. But online was not my that wasn't my thing. I
Mm-hmm.
need to be in front of you, and I also learned that while I can educate, I'm more of a mentor. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
refiner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to come in and help you to define what it is that you want to do, and take the things that I've seen in the background of working with a lot of these artists and different teams, lawyers, and I can show you how to avoid a lot of the pitfalls that artists find themselves in and becoming broke simply by
Yeah.
jumping into an industry that is, I mean, it's large and it's full of sharks, and every shark is
That's
big.
certain. That's
So
for sure.
when you come in, you're like a baby trying to grow and grow and grow in a huge ocean that is already volatile, and they already look at you as prey. And so while I was teaching the youth at that time, it wasn't satisfying for me, but I was
Mhm.
able to make a lot of money doing it during COVID and supply for my family. Well, I said, okay, God, I want to do this again, but I want to kind of mold it and make it a little bit more refined. What do I need to do? So the Lord just began to deposit into me the steps that I needed to do. I began to write it down. I formed my LLC. I got my tax ID, my Dun and Brads, and I went and did all of those necessary steps. That has been in effect for about 7 years or so.
Mm, mm, okay.
And once I was able to decide if I'm even qualified, because I don't have an education
Hmm.
in this,
Right.
I
But you're
talked
gifted for
to
it. Yeah.
someone who poured into me. Shout out to Kimmy um, and Pink Palace. She
Kimmy, Kim,
literally,
Pastor Kimmy Fagbule, another dear sister
yes,
of mine. Yes.
yes. She pulled me to the side and she was like, stop worrying about education. Stop worrying about this. What you have in you, that's what people will pay for. They don't want the education. We have plenty of educated um, people who can teach people how to sing, but you pour into, you help with the confidence. And I mean, she just began to really speak life into me. She spoke life into me for a while until I finally started to actually believe in myself again. And so I said, you know what? Not only am I going to go after this, but I'm going to do it the right way. And I'm going to
Hmm.
actually ask the public to support it because this is for your children and for your friends, my sisters and brothers. If you want to learn how to lay background vocals, that's what I'm here for. If you want to learn how to sing classically, I have a team. I'm not alone in this. I just don't give my team away publicly. But
Right,
when you
right,
come to me,
right.
then you're connected and you're rooted to everything that I have plucked out that is good for you,
You're a
and I
branch.
have rooted the
Yeah,
evil out.
yeah.
So yeah.
You're a branch. No, I get it. I'm just grateful because for so many years the Central Valley was just overlooked, um, and it was not even it was considered a dead zone. Um, in the music industry and entertainment industry. Only certain genres of music did well, and they did well because of the social, political, economic makeup of the region, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for those of us who aren't into country, I'm not casting dispersion, but
Mm-hmm.
for those who are more into the gospel piece, that is something that we have not always had a lot of opportunities for. So your academy couldn't have came at a better time. And whom God calls, He qualifies, right?
Yes,
And I
sir.
just believe that you're called to do this. I thank God for the witnesses that have borne witness to that and the people that have come. But I believe that you're just at the tip of the iceberg, that you're at the precipice of one of the greatest seasons of your life. Because um, when time meets your turn, uh, that is a universal witness.
Mm.
God establishes an edict and a decree and an order for your life that no weapon formed against it can reverse it or change it. So time
Amen.
has met your turn, and now God is going to open to you every opportunity that you are able, ready, and willing to embrace. And we're just happy to be along for the journey.
Amen. I
At some
received
point,
that.
we may have to do a collaboration with the station and pull you in. I know that
Come
you're no
on.
stranger to radio shows, and so I got my eye on you. I
Yes,
know you got a
sir.
lot on your plate,
I
but
do.
I
I
got
got a
my
lot
eye
right
on
now.
you, and so we're going to probably work with you seriously because you look young, you're very beautiful, but you're a veteran.
I'm a vet.
You don't look
Hey,
like
I'm a
what you've been through,
Yoshanda.
right?
Oh, wait, can we take a real quick? Hi, Tracy. Hi, everybody. They coming in here,
Yeah,
family. I know y'all in here. I love you
yes,
guys. Like, tag, and share this video and support
yes,
Believe Radio. We've been supporting,
yes.
but continue to support because we got to
Thank
get
you.
the word out. We have our own
That's right.
radio
That's
and
right. Listen, we have
is
radio.
this, go ahead. Yeah, you
Yeah,
announce
no,
it because you
I'll
know.
tell you. We have radio, we have film,
That's what
and
I
we're
thought.
going.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, we have film, and we're launching our podcast.
Come on,
Um,
podcast.
so this is going. I'm telling you, the next 120 days are going to be exciting. So when I heard what you were doing with your academy, it's a no-brainer. And then listen, we celebrate everybody doing good. The Golden Charter Academy. I
Come
mean that.
on.
If I mean, listen, y'all, listen. God is doing something in Fresno and the Central Valley, and we're not excluding. I mean, our reach is from Modesto to Bakersfield, and we're
Hmm.
looking forward to opening up offices there in the very near future. But right now, we're grateful for the fallow ground that's being broken. We're grateful for what you're doing because you're breaking stereotypes and you're breaking barriers and boundaries and borders that have kept us um, out of the loop and kept us disengaged. So to the young people and adults who come to your center and who sit under your tutelage, I'm telling you, it's worth every investment. How can they follow you and support you in your current endeavor for this academy? We'll get back to the music, but tell them right now
Hmm.
how they can be a part of what's happening with the academy.
Sure. So the Leah Marie Performing Arts Music and the Leah Marie Music and Performing Arts Academy has a GoFundMe. You can look it up just by that. The Leah Marie Music, MEUXIC
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put
Music.
this on the banner. Leah,
Mm-hmm.
MEUX.
I see.
Wait,
So
M U
music, my last name, but music.
and spell that again. MEX. I see.
Meuxic. Yes, sir.
All right, fancy. Okay, Leah Marie Music, where?
Performing Arts Academy. And just
Performing
look it
Arts.
up on GoFundMe.
Okay,
And
y'all.
it'll pop right up for you. The
You know,
link, I wasn't able to get a personalized link. They kind of shut me
no,
out
no,
on
no. You're
that.
fine.
But you
I'm
can
gonna
look it
just
up that way.
show this so they can. Let's do this so they can see this and they can. Okay, those of you go on to GoFundMe. You
Hmm.
see her name and information here on the bottom of the ticker. Do that and invest. And listen, don't let the enemy talk you out of it. Every gift, every donation is important. It's a
Every
seed, right?
donation.
It's a
Yeah,
seed. And as you sow, it creates momentum. I believe radio is going to do our part. And I'll get with you on that because I do believe, and you know this, I believe in pushing and supporting our own.
sure.
I am just thrilled that you would take time out of your busy schedule just to connect with us, and thank you for pushing us. We all we got. We if you live
Literally.
in the Central Valley, listen. We are all we have, and so to all the churches and pastors who are going to be watching this, reach out to us. And I know others have said we've tried to, you know how it is when you're building a business and a brand. Sometimes you don't have all the staffing that you would like, but don't stop. Keep reaching out to us so we can make sure that we accommodate what you are doing. Okay, what
Yeah,
we are
it
doing.
pops right up when you type in Leah Marie Music. It pops right up for you. I just
Okay,
wanted to go in and check, but it's there,
okay.
you guys. I'm right on the top row of GoFundMe's accounts that are right there. Please donate. Every little bit helps. Someone's
Yes.
donating a piano. Thank God. A lot of people don't know I do play. I'm back in school to
Wow,
um
I didn't see. I didn't know that.
to refine because I don't really read anymore. That's
Yeah,
I started out classical. So I'm not a church pianist. So I'm stepping back into that
yeah.
field so that I don't have to refer everybody to a few of my
Okay.
friends. I can kind of keep some for myself. But
Hey,
yeah.
hey, Leah. So this is a trivia question.
What's
I
up?
don't know if I got this right. I have an idea.
Uh,
How many years do we go back? Do you remember the first time? Uh, I want to say the '90s, but I'm not.
Definitely 90s, but it was later 90s.
Yeah, like '97, '98.
I was young in my teens, but I was old enough to be away
See
from
how
my
you
mama.
see how she clarified that? Women never tell their age. See how she just clarified and fixed it out. I was a real young kid. Yeah, it's okay. I'll be the big brother. I don't mind. I don't mind. But I say that because I had a flashback. I think we were at the hotel,
Was it the hotel? I
the
thought it was at the
Holiday Inn,
church.
or the remember it used to be called the Radisson or something because we
Uh-huh.
were doing our youth conferences.
Ooh, has it been that long?
Yeah, that was in
Oh
the
man.
'90s. It was in
Yeah.
the late '90s.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
and
a famous singer there that I absolutely love.
who was that?
Yes. Karen Clark.
Yes.
Absolutely. So
And
yeah, I was about 17,
yeah,
16,
and
17. Yeah.
most of those relationships, most I we still have. I thank God. I thank God. But um, it's really funny because somebody asked me, "Will you do a reunion?" And I'm like, "Give me a reason to." Listen, that stuff ain't
You
cheap,
should. Oh
and
my
everybody's
gosh.
older.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody's older now, and they want their coins, right?
Nah, we coming through for that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a reunion. You just gotta come based
Okay,
on.
well, so we'll work on that. We'll work on it.
Yeah,
Listen,
let's work on
your
that.
management team sent me another track. This
Okay.
is called Reservation. Okay.
Now
All right,
that one's
set
a
the sound
little,
up for us, and then I'll
yeah,
play.
that was a little touchy. So
Okay.
reservation, you're gonna get. I worked with my really good homegirl by the name of Samantha Blanchard. She is a writer for RCA Records, and she's a K-pop writer. She writes everything, but that's her niche right now. And I told her, I said, Sam, I want something that's kind of Lionel Richie esque with a little bit of Gladys Knight
Mm,
ish. And it has to be gospel, and I cannot have it go away from what I truly believe. So she was like, well, give me your foundation. So I wrote down all the things that I wanted to say in the song, sent her my template. That's what I call it because
mhm.
she is a really good pen in the industry, much more advanced than I am. And so I wrote my verse to this one and Makeover. She actually wrote on that as well. And when she came back, I said, girl, are you talking about mimosa? She was like, well, you in heaven, so it's mocktails. So I said, let's do it. We putting it out. I'm gonna take a risk. Let's go.
I'm gonna take a
So
risk.
yeah,
Okay.
reservations. We all want
Okay.
to make it to heaven.
All right. Let's play it. I love it. It's fresh. It's catchy. Oh yeah. It has those smooth jazz elements to it. It's good. Man. Okay, pause, pause, pause. This is funky, but this is like
Absolutely.
no. This wait. This is, and I used to tease you when you were younger, but this is Twinkie Clark level. Let me tell you what I mean. Twinkie Clark took popular genres and put a gospel flavor and spin on it, and
Hmm.
those have become national treasures. You got the sunshine,
Definitely.
right? So I'm saying
Hmm.
she was
Hmm.
willing to go against what we were used to. Okay, I
Hmm.
say that now. You know I'm a prophet, right? But I say that because that's what I hear with this song. I hear that risk, as you said, but it's going to create a lane for you.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to create a
Let's
lane for
go.
you that makes your music timeless and classic. Now, y'all know if I'm telling the truth. Tell me something in the comments. Y'all can hear the classicness in this. But let's go back. I did hear the mimosa part. That was funny. But let's go back to it because I'm loving this melody and rhythm. Hold on. That was nice. I hear you. That was nice. That run was nice. Okay. So I must admit, Leah, I was thrown by the title when I first saw the track come across my
Uh-huh.
desk. I was trying to think, uh, okay, where's she going with this title? Like you really threw me off, and I'm glad because I know everybody else is gonna hear the unexpected. Now,
hmm
now, Christ is King. I mean, Christ the King.
hmm
You get it right. It's very powerful. It's a personal message of faith, love, and hope. It's going to do extraordinarily well, and it's going to minister and reach a lot of people. But don't sleep on this one too, because I feel like
Right.
it's going to reach two different audiences. You know what I mean?
That's the goal.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
feel like it's
goal.
going to reach too many. So I'm excited.
This
I'm excited
album,
for
I
you to
didn't
see it.
want this album to be everything that everyone gets.
Hmm.
You can see me for free on second Sundays at Moments of Blessings.
Y'all hear
And
that?
I'm going and
What
I'm
are
going to
the
holler
Sundays?
down.
What are the Sundays that you're there?
I'm on second Sundays
Second Sundays.
at Moments
All
of
right.
Blessings. And that has been, we'll talk about that later, but you gonna hear me holler down because that's what we do. I'm gonna worship. I'm gonna give God the glory.
Right.
I'm doing what I'm coming there to do,
Right.
which is get what I need, and we
Right.
all need to get what we need.
Right.
But I wanted this album to represent something that you can listen to at the barbecue. You can
Yes.
listen to when you down and out. You can listen to it when you want to get dressed on Sunday morning. I needed it to be well rounded.
Listen. Listen. I know I'm saved and I don't drink mimosas, but it kind of do have that little it got that little swing to it, right? But
Yeah.
that's okay because it's going to reach those who do drink it,
And listen,
and
and
that and
when
that's
they
what you're
listen
trying to
to the
do, right?
words, that's
Yes.
what one of my friends told me. She was like, so at first I was like, I kind of want to dance like this to it, but then I was like, wait a minute, did she just say that? So it does. It gets you to a place of comfortability, but then the words can then turn around and penetrate the heart.
You just preached a message in song. You that's really I think uh, a reminder to us all that that's what Jesus did. I think the church has got to be mindful that our exterior is not so offensive that people can't peel the peel back, the layers back, and get what they need. Thank you
Hmm.
for reminding us of that. And that's what
Yes,
this
sir.
song does. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, you have to follow this young woman and make sure, again, if you're in the Central Valley, that you support uh, what God is doing in her life because it's not just her cause. Anytime somebody takes upon themselves the vision to reach out in the community, they cease to make it about themselves and it becomes a vision for the city. So I encourage all of you reach out to her on the GoFundMe. And that's right, Minister Lionel. He said the hook is real. That's right, it is.
Yeah.
Uh,
It is.
what is your email address so they can reach out to you? Just or how can they get the music? Tell us what platforms it's on. Give us all that information.
So the platforms are on Spotify, Google, anywhere that you can get music. It's
Okay.
available. I
Okay.
do have a website.
Okay.
Ugh, I want to say it's Leah Marie here too. Now, I should have been ready for that.
That's
I'm gonna
okay.
have to give it to you on the back end because it has all the links where you can
Can
order
they
it.
get okay? How about if you give us your email, then they can just email you, then you can
Oh, perfect.
correspond with them there. And I believe it's Leah
Marie
Marie
Music
Music at Yahoo,
at
right?
yahoo.com.
All
Hmm.
right, I heard that. Leah
Yep.
Marie
Marie,
Music at
spelled as it
Yahoo.
sounds,
That's a sound. Okay.
Music.
My sister, it has been a pleasure. It's been a dope honor.
I'm working
Thank
on
you.
that, by the way. Just a quick, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm working on unifying my brand. I
Okay.
Because remember, I'm coming from the podcast era,
Right.
so I'm taking everything and making it into Leah Marie Music. So it'll be done soon.
I don't know who this Dante Roberson is, but they said the project is the truth.
Okay, so before we go, I
Okay.
need to shout. That's why I sent it to him because I want to
He
make
said
sure I
I
shout
produced it.
everybody out. Yeah.
Great
so
job, man. Great job.
So
Great job.
Dante Taz Roberson, I handed him this real quick. I handed him this idea of my sultry high vocals,
Yeah.
super churched out. And I was like, I don't want you to play no church. I want all R&B. I want pop. If the feel is pop, I need you to play pop.
Mhm.
And then I'll go to church if need be. And
Right.
he was like, what? What you talking about? That don't even
Yeah.
make no sense.
Right.
But as the songs begin to formulate, he went and got Michael Tiny Lindsay. I can't name all the people, but Isaiah Sharkey, Michael Tiny Lindsay, who's the bass player on this project, absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen him live in the Bay Area, you just need to drive to the Bay and see all these guys. Lionel Holloman, I don't know if you
I
remember
do.
Mama Holloman from the Bay.
Oh,
Lionel
yes.
Holloman is on there. He
All
has a
right.
couple of solos. Um, BJ from New York, True Verses from New Jersey, like the collaborations. Oh, I think his name is Marcus Kinsey. He's on tour with Janet right now.
Hmm.
He's on here. He's the one that
Wow.
helped to collaborate. And then, of course, the guru of all gurus, Carl Wheeler. Carl
Carl's on
Wheeler,
there.
yeah, Carl Wheeler not only put his signature on a couple of tracks. I couldn't be more grateful. I'm like,
Yeah.
God, this has to be you, because how
Right.
did we get him out of
Right.
retirement?
Right.
But, but
No, right. That's major.
he's
That's major.
right. He's the overseer. Yes, the Carl Wheeler from Tony. Well, 3TOB now, but he's the overseer of the project. He made sure that everything, because we did this live. And then we
Wow.
had to go back and make sure that Mike's wasn't bleeding. Like, we had a lot of
Mhm.
cleaning up to do. So it was not an easy feat. But he made sure that everything was put together. And I want to thank Dante, because he was the reason that all that
Right.
happened. He really went to all his boys and was like, look,
Do
we
this.
got this and
Yeah.
we need this. And they was like, we got you. And it came out a beautiful project.
Listen, the names you dropped. Matter of fact, I'll be in Chicago with Carl for
Oh,
the
good.
Music Heads Festival.
Talk to
But
him about the album, because he owned
yeah,
it.
yeah. No, listen. It's already locked in. I'm gonna mention that. But I I really am. This is understanding. I really am. I'm proud of you, sis. And I want
Thank
you to
you.
know that we're behind you, pushing you.
Thank you.
Those of you, her tracks, her songs are going to be on playing on the station, and so tune in, and we'll be doing some more um, collaborative efforts and events with her because I believe, again, as I said on the onset, time has met her turn and it's not
Yes.
her season. All right. Well, we thank you again for taking time and for chilling with us. And please share this interview on those of you who love her and who are fans and supporters of her gift ministry and her life. Let somebody else be blessed by the conversation you've just witnessed, and I guarantee you they will be uplifted. Thank you again. Any just little quick melody or song, something that you just want to leave us with as we close this conversation?
Sure. I'll say yes, Lord, yes, to your will and to your way. I'll say yes, Lord, yes. I will trust you and obey when your spirit speaks to me. With my whole heart, I'll agree, and my answer will be yes, Lord. Yes.
I'm done. Mic drop. Mic drop. Good night.
Uh,